often ask, what is so important about corporate communications? And what do you mean by integrated communications? When business owners and leaders think about business transformation, very often corporate communications doesn't come as top priority. But today, communications are increasingly changing the face of businesses. There are more emphasis on corporate communications as companies have changed the way they conceive what communication is and realize the importance of how they project themselves. Transformation in technology has had a significant effect on how we do business and how we communicate. The rise of social media has created various platforms which enable giant public conversations to take place. And it's not just through Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, and all that. But there are also other rooms to voice public opinions and comment threads of online newspaper articles or even blogs that people are setting up themselves. Pictures on Instagram and even personal videos can easily be sent forward, become viral, and shape a business's reputation, whether good or bad. In the past, you might have been able to use major advertising campaigns or conduct interviews with major media to promote your products and services and shape your opinion. You can still do that to some extent. But if now you have a large number of people on Facebook or on Twitter who are all saying that your service is terrible, your product is flawed, your price is too high, and your website doesn't work, then all your advertising efforts and your great media relations are not going to mean anything, because this kind of conversation that takes place does matter to businesses, and it does affect their reputation. Businesses have to be more concerned with stakeholders that have now multiplied with a strong voice. Stakeholders that may have already existed in the past, the community, consumers, government, regulators, the financial communities, and even employees, all now take on a more prominent seat in the stakeholders' table, and they can really and easily shape the reputation of businesses. Aside from managing external stakeholders, companies will also benefit from a sound corporate communication strategy that also places emphasis on internal communications. Not only will this support workflow and operations, but this could also effectively foster and increase employee engagement. This is even more apparent in large organizations with multiple locations, cultures, and job profiles. One of the most important elements of corporate communications is the consistency and the coherency of the messages that are being presented to the stakeholders. Organizations are viewed as a single entity when viewed from the lens of their stakeholders. They don't really see all the people working there, they just see one organization. So it is important to coordinate messages from within the company. Corporate communications has a vital role in leading the corporate response in a complex business environment. They have to manage the constantly shifting demands of external and internal stakeholders. It would only make sense to ensure that integration of various communication functions takes place, be it corporate communications, marketing, investor relations, government relations, human resources. An integrated and synergized communication infrastructure will be of great advantage to the company and to its business. This not only creates agility and efficiency, but also alignment of goals, metrics, and budgets, consistent core messages woven into powerful narratives, customer centricity, alleviation of corporate purpose, and employee brand advocacy. By synergizing these functions, the company can better understand how data and information gleaned from digitalization can be analyzed and disseminated throughout the businesses. In a world where fast-moving conversations are taking place, businesses have to use all of their resources in a very integrated way, together, to make people think differently about them and about their issues. They need to take a totally integrated approach.